So is it really possible to find out which is the bigger fraction just by looking at it? Well, it takes practice and a few of the techniques that I have. That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Last time we talked about yung basic na rules when it comes to comparing fractions. Today we're going to take things up a notch. We're going to talk about my techniques on how to do it really fast sa inyong mga exams. And paano rin kung hindi sila magkapareho ng numerator or denominator, anong gagawin ninyo? Those are the things that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you options and hopefully you get one of these at ma-perfect nyo siya para magamit nyo siya sa actual exam. In order for me to explain that better, I'm going to switch over to my PC so I can show you how to do it. I'll see you in a bit. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming napanood nyo na yung first part, including yung mga first na mga fraction videos that I have put up. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and watch those first kasi this is a little more complicated than that. Now again, itong idea of making a video on comparing fractions or a series actually, kasi this is part 2 already, came to me dahil marami nagre-request na nagugulahan sa ruler technique, which is actually a speed technique that I taught you guys. Dati ko yung exclusive na tinuturo sa live review tsaka sa online review program. Pero I figured dahil marami ang nangangailangan, pinost ko na lang for free. So if ito yung dahilan why you're watching this, then this is why I'm making this video. Now kung kayo ay mabilis na sa fractions, as isang tingin nyo lang alam nyo na, go and find another video that you can watch. Okay? Again, this is for those na naguguluhan pa rin sa concept na ito. Now, I'm going to show you yung traditional method and then I'm going to offer up another alternative. Okay? Actually, a number of alternatives. Alright. Let's start. Recap muna tayo. Sabi natin, kapag ganito ang sitwasyon, if pareho sila ng denominator or number na nasa ilalim, then the rule is that if the denominators are the same, the one with the bigger numerator is larger. So, titinan mo lang yung number na nasa taas. Kung sino mas malaki ang number sa taas, siya ang mas malaki. So, in this case, 3/4 is bigger than 1/4. Now, rule number 2 naman tayo. Ang example natin looks like this, 3/4, tapos 3/6. Again, pareho naman sila ng numerator, magkaiba sila ng denominator. In that case, anong mangyayari? Sabi natin, the rule goes, if the numerators are the same, the one with the smaller denominator is larger. So, in this case, dahil ang 4 ay mas maliit sa 6, ibig sabihin, ang 3/4 ay mas malaki kaysa sa 3/6. Again, denominator ang titingnan. Kung sino mas maliit, siya ang mas malaking fraction. This is just really basic, really simple. I hope you downloaded yung mga free worksheets from the website so medyo praktisado na kayo dito. I-level up natin ngayon yan. Paano ngayon kung magkaiba ng denominator tsaka ng numerator? Okay? Now, the first method is yung traditional method, which is you have to convert them. Ibig sabihin, kailangan, kung hindi sila magkapareho ng denominator, pagpaparehuhin mo sila. So, yung 4, tsaka 3, dapat maging pareho. Dito na papasok yung LCD na tinatawag, yung least common denominator. So, in this case, hahanapin mo yung LCD ng 4 and 3. The answer there would be dapat over 12 sila pareho. Okay? So, dahil ang 4 ay 12, ang 12 ay 4 times 3, ang ginagawa natin, iniikot yan. Ito yung traditional method. So, 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 1. Okay? So, 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 1. That would be 3. Kasi ang 1/4 ay 3/12. Okay? Now, i-compare natin yung 3/12 sa over 12 din. So, ang gagawin natin, 12 divided by 3, which will give us 4 times 2, that would be 8. So, 8/12 siya. At dahil pareho na ngayon sila ng denominator, titinan mo na lang yung numerator, pagpaparehuhin mo sila. So, itong 8, mas malaki ngayon siya sa 3, siya na ngayon ang magiging mas malaki. So, the answer here would be like this. Okay? Ang 2/3 is bigger than 1/4. Now, another alternative is actually if pagpaparehuhin mo sila ng numerator. Now, this is not something na laging ginagawa ng lahat. It's something I do, lalo na pag bigger na yung mga fractions na pinag-uusapan. If you don't understand this, if you can't figure it out, you can move along to sa next part ng video na ito. But I'll show you another thing that you could do, okay? Again, kung gusto mo, pagparehuyuhin mo sila ng nasa taas. How do you do that? Ano lang, 1/4, kasi 1 na siya, equals, tas yung 2, diba? Para maging 1, i-divide mo siya sa 1. So, I put 1 there. Tapos, yung ginawa mo i-divide mo siya sa 2 pala, I mean. So, divide mo siya sa 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Sa ilalim, di-divide ko rin siya sa 2. That is 1.5. Kasi technically, ang 1.5 is still equal sa 2 over 3. Pareho lang yan. Kaya lang, dahil pareho na sila ng numerator, I can look at the denominator. Again, sabi natin kung sino ang may mas maliit na denominator, siya ang mas malaki. Okay, yun yung rule number 2, right? At dahil ang 1.5 ay mas maliit kaysa sa 4, then this fraction right here will still be bigger than this fraction right here. Pareho lang din yung sagot. Okay? Now again, kailan to nagka-come in handy? Kapag malalaki na yung mga numbers na pinag-uusapan natin. For example, if we're talking about 2 over 15, at saka siguro gawin natin 1 over 7, right? So, kung ganito at ayaw mo na mag-LCD ng 15 at 7, pwede mong gawin na 1 over 7 na lang. Tapos yung 2 over 15, i-divide ko both sides by 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So, looking at it, again, pareho sila ng numerator. Pag tingin mo sa denominator, mas malaking denominator na 7.5, which means ang side na mas malaki na fraction is 1 over 7. Again, this is rule number 2. But if you find that this is too complicated for you to understand, mag-LCD na lang kayo. Okay? So again, same naman ang lalabas na sagot. Either way. That's just something that I do to save time. Now, what's another option? Okay? I actually discussed this technique at length sa ruler technique. Pero yun yung, doon umiikot yung technique na ruler technique eh. Doon sa paghahanap ng kung ano yung pwede mong i-estimate. Okay? Now, ano yung estimation? Ang magic question is it higher or lower than 1/2? Again, is it higher or lower than 1/2? Kasi kung alam mo na higher or lower siya than 1/2, you would know na if it's smaller or bigger. For example, dito, again, alam na natin ang sagot dyan, ay nasagutan na natin yan kanina, pero subukan natin using yung technique na ito. Now, how do you know if something is higher or lower than 1/2? 1/2 is also 50%, is also 0.5. In this case, ang 1/4 is 0.25. So, alam mo na siya, this is lower than 1/2. Bakit? Kasi ang 1/4 is 0.25 at alam mo mas maliit siya sa 1/2 kasi kalahati pa nga siya ng 1/2. So, it's smaller. Now, ano ang 2/3? Ano ba ang kalahati ng 3? Kasi that's how you know kung ano yung 1/2 niya. Ang gagawin mo lang is 3 divided by 2, lalabas is 1.5. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, yung 1.5 over 3, yan yung 1/2 or 50%. At dahil 1.5 by 3 ang 1/2, at yung number na binigay sa atin ay 2, which is greater than 1.5, ibig sabihin ang 2 over 3 is higher than 1/2. At dahil ito ay mababa sa 1/2, ito ay mataas sa 1/2, the answer now becomes like this. Kasi mas malaki siya kaysa sa 1/2. Okay? So again, bakit ko tinuturo sa inyo to? Kasi nakakatulong siya sa akin. Kasi that's how I do it. I-divide ko lang yung denominator by 2. Kung yung number na nasa taas ay mas mataas doon, it's higher than 1/2. Kung mas mababa, it's lower than 1/2. At kung ganito yung pair na binigay sa inyo, hindi mo na kailangan mag-LCD, alam mo na agad. Kadalasan at first glance, alam mo na agad kung ano yung tamang sagot. Okay? Now, let me give you this as an example. Okay, magkaiba sila. You can try your own method. I'll give you a minute to answer this. Alright, so let's see if na-figure out nyo na kung ano yung tinuro ko. Again, you can either use LCD or you can use yung method ko. Okay, kung nag-LCD kayo, 9 and 13, this is where bumibilis kapag alam nyo yung technique eh. Kasi kung gagawin mo siyang LCD, okay, ang least common denominator niya would be 13 times 9. You don't even need to know actually kung ano yan. That's how I do it sa exam. Basta lagi ko lang 13 times 9 ang denominator. Now, para malaman ko yung equivalent nila, ang gagawin ko lang is yung 9, okay, imumultiply ko sa 3. So, this will be 27. Tapos yung 13, imumultiply ko sa 5, which will give me 65. Now, why did I do that? Kasi basically, etong number na yan, i-divide mo ngayon by 13, so makaka-cancel yung isang 13, maiwan yung 9. Yung 9 ngayon ang imumultiply mo sa 3. Tapos dito naman, yung 13 times 9 kasi, pag dinivide ko yung 9 dyan, makaka-cancel lang yung 9. So, 13 na lang divided by, times 65. So, again, kung naguluhan pa rin kayo dito, practice nyo lang yung LCD, ha? Walang shortcut yan. Talagang practice ang susi. So, now that I know that the answer is like that. Ang 5 over 9 is bigger than 3 over 13. Now, again, I'll show you my technique, yung 1/2, okay? Yung estimation na technique. Using the estimation technique, what do I do? Again, 3 over 13, ang gagawin ko lang, 13 divided by 2, that would give me 6.5. At dahil ang 3 ay smaller than 6.5, ibig sabihin ito ay mas mababa sa kalahati. Ibig sabihin, maliit siyang number. Now, itong 5 over 9, ang 9 kasi divided by 2 is 4.5. At kung mapapasin nyo, ang 5 ngayon ay mas malaki naman siya kaysa sa 4.5, which means it's higher than 1/2, which means this is the answer. So again, the more you practice, mas mabilis mo siyang mapapansin, tapos mas madali mo siyang mental na math, madali mo siyang masasagot. Okay? So again, you can choose either one of those. Now, paano kung ganito? Silang dalawa ay parehong higher or parehong lower than 1/2. Okay? Dito na papasok yung isa pa sa mga techniques that I use. Again, wala namang turo sa akin. It's just something I came up over time. I'm sharing this to you just in case na makakatulong sa inyo. Pero kung kunyari talaga maguluhan kayo, hindi nyo ito makuha, balik na lang kayo sa LCD. That's the safest bet. Okay? Now, ano ibig sabihin ng difference rule? Nitong ginagawa ko. Kung kunyari, pareho silang more than 1/2, kasi if you notice here, ang 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So, ang 4 ay mas malaki sa 2 over 5, which means it's higher than 1/2. Ang 9 divided by 2, okay, is 4.5. At ang 8 ay mas malaki rin sa 4.5. Ibig sabihin, mas mataas din siya sa 1/2. Again, pareho sila na higher or lower than 1/2. Hindi ko na, ibig sabihin kasi kung isa sa kanila lower, alam ko agad yung sagot. Kaya lang pareho silang higher. So, what do I do? Now, I notice here na ang difference nila ay the same. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Kung ang denominator mo minus your numerator, so 9 minus 8, ay 1. At ang 5 minus 4 ay 1 din, which means pareho sila ng denominator, ng difference ng denominator sa numerator, parehong 1. Ang rule dyan goes like this. Kung sino ang may mas malaking denominator, so 9 is bigger than 5, siya ngayon ang bigger number. Okay? Siya ang mas lalabas na mas malaking number sa kanilang dalawa. Okay? Now, to find out if binibiro ka lang kayo or totoo, let's use yung traditional method, which is yung conversion to confirm. What do we do? 9 and 5, ano ang least common denominator nila? Least common denominator nila is 45. Now, kung naguguluhan kayo sa ano yung LCD, panoorin na lang yung video na yon. Okay? So, 45 divided by 9, again, this is still, pareho lang yan sa 9 times 5, parang ginawa ko kanina. So, what you could do instead would be just to multiply 5 by 9. 5 by 8. So, this would be 40. Ang 8 over 9 is 40. So, again, 45 divided by 9 is 5 times 8 is 40. Yun lang ginawa ko. Okay? Now, yung susunod, i-convert din natin siya. 45 divided by 5 is 9. Times 4, 9, 18, 27, 36. 36 siya. If you notice, again, mas malaki naman talaga yung side na yon. So, dito po papasok again yung difference rule. Now, bakit ko tinuturo ito? Just in case sa exam, makakita kayo nung magkapareho ng difference, ganun nyo siya ma-figure out. Now, kailan magkakaroon ng exceptions? Ang exceptions lang dito is if hindi naka-lowest terms yung dalawang fractions. Kasi kung hindi yan naka-lowest terms, baka maguluhan kayo sa concept na to. So, kung hindi pa naka-lowest terms, i-lowest terms nyo muna para lang mas madali. Kasi kahit naman mag-LCD kayo, i-lowest terms nyo pa rin naman. So, makakatulong yun either way sa inyo. Now, to sum up yung difference rule, again, ito example natin. Ang ibig sabihin niya is that if the difference between the denominator and numerator is equal, the one with the bigger denominator is larger. So, again, 8 over 9 at 4 over 5. Dahil ang 9 minus 8 ay 1, at ang 5 minus 4 ay 1 din, pareho sila ng difference, at ang 9 ay mas malaki sa 5, then ang 8 over 9 is bigger than 4 over 5. Okay? So let's try if you can figure out this next one using all of the things that I already taught you. Alright, let's try to answer yung exercise. Okay, so 11 over 16, 8 over 13, ano ang mas malaki sa kanila? Again, you can use the traditional method or you can use yung ginagawa ko. So again, by guesstimation, just by looking at it, 16 divided by 2 is 8. Ang 11 mas malaki sa 8, so mas mataas siya sa kalahati. 13 divided by 2, that is 6.5. Mas mataas din yung 8, so mataas din siya sa kalahati. At ang difference nila, 16 minus 11 is 5. At ang 13 din, minus 8, is also 5. Which means, pareho sila ng difference. At dahil mas malaki ang 16 kaysa sa 13, ibig sabihin, ang 11 over 16 is bigger than 8 over 13. Okay? So again, you can do it really fast if you know what you're looking for. Now, kung gusto nyo mag-solve the traditional way, again, hindi ko na makipipigilan. 16 times 13, that would probably, again, hindi ko na i-check na isa-isa, pero that would probably be their LCD. What do I do next? I-multiply ko dun sa nawawala. So, ang to, 16 na siya. So, sa 13 ko ngayon siya i-multiply. 13 times 11, that is 143. Tapos, 16 naman times 8. So, that would be 16 times 8, so 160 minus 32. So, 128. Okay, so again, nagme-mental math lang ako. So, I'm using my technique. So, again, ginagawa ko lang 16 times 10 minus 16 times 2. Yun yung ginawa ko. Kasi 16 times 10 is 160. Okay, again, this is 16 times 10. In-explain ko lang ha, just in case makatulong din sa inyo. Tapos, ang 16 times 2 is 32. So, mina-minus ko lang yan para makuha ko yung times 8. So, 128. Again, pwede nyo naman din imano-mano, 16 times 8. Pareho rin naman ang lalabas na sagot. So, 6 times 8 is 48. Okay. So, 4. Yan. Tapos, this is going to give you 12. Ayan, nagre-retiro na yung tablet ko. Kaya, pasensya na dun sa pangit at mabagal na sulat. So, 128. So, ibig sabihin, mas malaki rin talaga itong left side. And if you see, tama rin tayo dun sa ginawa natin, even just by using the technique. Now, it's not always like that. Hindi lahat naman ang lalabas sa exam, pareho ng difference o magagamit yung technique. Pero it's something that you can keep sa inyong back pocket to use kung talaga nagmamadali na, mas mabilis kayo makakapag-estimate. Okay? There are more na ganito na I came up with, pero I feel na medyo mas complicated na siya na ituro sa inyo. So, titinan ko muna, if you want more nung mga ganitong klaseng tricks, let me know sa comments sa baba. Kung masyado na kayo naguguluhan or feeling nyo lalo na kayo naguguluhan dito, let me know para hindi ko na siya gagawing video. Okay? So again, there's a paired exercise dito. The link will be in the description down below. Practice nyo lang kayo sa bahay. Okay? Alright, I hope you learned something today. If you did, click thumbs up. Make sure that you share this video with your friends na mag-exam din sila para mas marami tayong matulungan. And as always, if you want to reach out to me directly, you can go to www.facebook.com/teamlaika for more information on the reviewers, review events, online read program, shirts, and everything that I make for you guys. So, thanks guys. And as always, meron kayong free worksheets sa baba. Don't forget to check out the links sa description box para makuha niyo yung mga free worksheets so you can practice at home. Hopefully, makatulong to sa inyo. And follow it up, please, with the lesson on ruler technique. Hopefully, that can help you as well. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Don't forget to hit the bell icon para hindi mo miss yung susunod na video dito sa channel na to. I am making more language, math, and logic na mga videos soon. So, sana hindi nyo siya ma-miss. Never stop learning, guys. Aja, kaya niyan. I'll see you in my next video, and bye for now.